5 a.m., no one else is on the road. The sun has not come up yet. There's a romance to sitting in the car, just starting it up, hearing that flat six fire, turning on the headlights, and knowing that I have a couple of hours of absolutely nothing in front of me other than the scream of this motor. I don't want to encounter anything other than open road that turns and twists as much as possible while the windows are down. You smell the exhaust, you smell the fuel. It's not like a new car, it's not an exotic car. When you get in those cars, you come out clean and pretty, and when you get out of this car, you smell like you've been driving something vintage. You've been driving something brutal. There's a lasting effect to that. Besides just being point A to point B transportation, it provides freedom. And I don't just mean freedom to leave one circumstance and go to another. I mean freedom mentally from whatever you're dealing with to go to a space that you don't need to think about that for a while. When I climb into this car, it has my full attention. And during that space and time, it takes everything I possibly have. I can't think of what's bothering me. I can't think about work. All I can think about is driving this car. And I think that represents ultimate freedom for us now. My name is Matt Usen. I drive a Porsche 911 reimagined by Singer Vehicle Design. It's number 28 in their build sequence, and it's named the Indiana car. Singer Vehicle Design is a company founded by Rob Dickinson to produce the ultimate 911. Singer looked at the 911 and said, if we could do it better, what would we do? We would make it look like a 73 RSR and have the suspension and braking and non-nanny aids from a 993 turbo and have the interior of one of the finest cars in the world, and that's what they've done. In talking with Singer's team, they told me that they were looking for a 964 C2 manual with no sunroof. So it was a very specific 964 they were looking for. They told me that they could find the car for me or that I could supply the car. And I started looking around, found a client that had the car, purchased the car from him, and promptly sent it out to Los Angeles to Singer. The interior leather is made by Spiny Beck. The smell is so familiar to me. It's like my old baseball mitt. Some of the leather is a weave that Singer puts inside the seats, on the doors, and on the dash. The color of this particular interior is cognac. The roll bar in the car is wrapped in the same material as the seats. The Momo Prototipo wheel is leather wrapped, and as soon as I touch it, I could have my eyes closed and I know what car it is. The gauge package is meant to be retro. The tack is Singer orange. It's the same color as the exterior lettering so that it matches. The radio in the car is made to look like the original Becker radio. It interfaces with a Parrot tablet. The door handles are actually leather straps that you pull to open, and the armrests fold open to provide storage for common items like keys, garage door openers, things like that. The engine is a 4-liter made by Ed Pink. It's still the flat sticks, air-cooled, produces 400 horsepower. The air intake is custom to Singer. The lettering on the sides of the intake say Porsche. They're gold-plated, and they are from the same font and size of the 356. All Singer Vehicle Design 911s have manual transmission. The manual is going away, but at the end of the day, it's the only reason that I drive cars. The rewarding part of owning this car is that it was made for me. It fits my personality. It's the colors I love. It's classic. It's raw. It's fast. It's high revving. It's everything I've ever wanted in a car, but specifically for my taste. You may not notice the difference when a Singer's parked next to a Backdate or a Hot Rod, but when you really look at the detail, the level of engineering, the materials that were used, the well thought out design, it all becomes evident that this car is something truly special. You can't pick and choose what's important. Everything has to be important to get this level of experience, reliability, driving feedback, to get this level of aesthetics. It doesn't need to move for you to appreciate it. It's art as it sits. I could look at it forever and be captured by its design and its timelessness. I'm not into art, but I can appreciate a Picasso or a Rembrandt. What they're doing to the 911 is in the same category as what Bertone did or Pininfarina. They're taking a really, really good vehicle and they're creating art out of it. And I put the Singer Vehicle Design 911 in the same category. You know, cars are meant to be driven. One of the reasons that people don't drive vintage cars is because they're problematic and you can't keep them running all the time. I drive this car to the office. I pick up my kids from football practice. I go out to dinners with my wife in it, and I'm gonna drive the wheels off of it. And I have zero care what it does to the value, because that's not why I bought it. I bought it because it's the ultimate resto mod hot rod. I'm gonna drive it until it doesn't go anymore.